Good morning, Knights, and welcome to the KTV newscast for Friday, March 13th, 2020.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Catella Knights! All right, folks, I need everybody to be paying attention. This is very, very serious stuff, and everybody needs to know exactly what is going on. Teachers, today will be a great day for you to explain some of the events that are going on in the world, especially around this thing called the coronavirus. As most of you know, as you all should know, this coronavirus has spread around the world, and it's being considered a pandemic. Look it up. That's a great word for you folks to study today. But here's what's going on. As this virus has come to our country, the United States, a lot of people are in panic mode because they don't really know anything about it. And at this point, there is no vaccine for it. You know, typically we have flu season and you can go get a flu shot. Well, the coronavirus is a form of a flu virus. There is just no vaccination for it, and nobody really knows the extent. There have been, compared to the average flu season, very few cases, population-wise, have been really dangerous. Some people have died. Most of them have been older people. 80 is the average age. The symptoms are like you have the flu. There are symptoms for the coronavirus. They say you have a hard time breathing, you cough because it's a respiratory thing, and you may have headaches and a fever. So those are a few symptoms. People go to the doctor and they check them out, and a lot of people have had it and they've just recovered, just like they would from the flu or a cold. However, because there are so many unknowns with this virus, there are lots of schools and other organizations that are shutting down. A lot of universities have canceled classes and they're doing online learning. Disneyland has shut down starting today through the end of this month. So any place where large numbers of people are gathering, they've been stopping those events. So now I need to let you know what's going on in the Anaheim Union High School District. This is very important, and everyone needs to listen and pay attention. First of all, anyone who makes a threat or a joke about having the coronavirus or has it, it will be taken as seriously as any other kind of school threat. We already addressed an issue this morning with a text where somebody said, "I'm staying home, I have the coronavirus." Just so you know, we will follow up on every single threat or case that we get like that. We have already called that student's home. We have already talked to that parent. They did not have the coronavirus. They've got a regular cold. If you are putting out a message that you or your friend or somebody like that has the coronavirus, we will investigate. If you are just being dumb and spreading those kinds of rumors, it will be treated exactly as if you made a school threat. This is a very serious thing. It can cause more people to panic. So if you have some text thread going, you post anything like that, just as it would be for a school shooting, or you're threatening to blow up the school, that stupid stuff that sometimes people do. If you make the threat about the coronavirus, here's what will happen. You will be called in. You will be interviewed. Your parents will be called in. They will be interviewed. You will not be allowed back to school until you have a doctor's verification saying that you are cleared to come back to school. And then, once we've gotten through all of that nonsense, there will be disciplinary consequences. We are not going to joke around with this coronavirus thing. It's nothing to be made fun of. It's nothing to be playing with. It is serious. So if you make a false threat, it will be investigated and it will be taken seriously. Now, here's how serious this thing is. If you have been watching the news at all, the NBA is canceling or postponing their season. Major League Baseball has postponed their season. Hockey, the NHL, has postponed their season. Disneyland has shut down. So this is very, very serious. There are a couple of states that have closed their schools. So here is what is going on in our district right now. Teachers, you can write these things on the board, and I will be following up with an email that states everything I've just said. Number one, all field trips in our district and in Orange County have been canceled. All field trips. Open house has been canceled all across Orange County. Athletics. Athletic teams can still practice after school, but all games have been canceled through the end of April. So we will deal with that. Our school will have this moratorium on all activities through March and April. And May 1st, everything will be reevaluated. So if you are in band, unfortunately, the New York trip is off. I'm sorry, band. Choir, you had a performance. It is off. You don't go. If a program wants to go ahead and have their concert, it can be live streamed. Catellatalks will be live streamed. We will not have an audience in the theater as we usually do. So right now, all activities, all athletic events are canceled until further notice. Saturday Academy, however, will still be held this weekend. So for those people who are signed up for Saturday Academy, come to Saturday Academy. If there is a school closure, and that would come at the direction of the governor, then we would be looking at online platforms such as Google or Schoology, most likely, to continue your lessons through the remainder of the time. We will deal with a school closure if that happens, when it happens. So that is where we are at this point. Teachers, please talk to your students about everything I've just shared. I will be coming out with an email shortly. I would strongly suggest that you have your students research this thing on the coronavirus, what's going on, so that everybody has an understanding. There really is nothing to fear. It is a virus. People have had it. They have recovered clearly from it, just like the flu. The thing that is causing all of the shutdowns is that it is unknown how widely spread it is, and there is no vaccine for it. Okay? So, teachers, have your students research that kind of stuff today. The more knowledge we have, the lower our fear goes. All right? Knowledge reduces fear tremendously. So let's make sure we're all on the same page with that. All right? So, no joking about this thing. It will be taken seriously. And events are canceled until further notice. All right? And I will send out additional information within the next hour via email. All right? Question?
Is Arts Week canceled this week?
Arts Week? If it is a school event that's happening at school, all right? For example, Drumline was going to perform at lunch. Absolutely, Drumline will perform at lunch. We will have normal school activities on our campus. So anything that was going to be here, but if it's going to be a big crowd like an assembly, a lot of people in the theater at one time, then those things have been canceled But Arts Week, walking around, that sort of thing, we're good to go. All right, are there any more questions from inside the room? Yes. Prom, right now, it's on hold. We are planning on doing prom. We will look to see if we can move prom to May, and we are working on that. We do not want to cancel prom. That's the last thing we want to do. So just sit tight on that. We're going to take this thing day by day. All right?
How about Steamapalooza?
Steamapalooza is off. Steamapalooza is done. Okay? All right. Teachers, if you've got any other questions that want to come up, maybe Ms. Garcia can create some kind of Google Doc so I'm not answering the same question a million times, and put your questions on that, and then I can answer all of those. All right? That is where we are at this point. This is a very rapidly changing game from when we met yesterday after school with the teachers until now. We've gotten a lot more news, and I've shared everything that there is to share at this point. So with that, let's all have a great day. Make sure you wash your hands, you cover your sneezes, and if you are feeling like you got a fever or anything like that, just ask to go to the health office, and we'll check you out, and hopefully everything is fine. Okay? Good hygiene is the best way to deal with this. With that, have a great day, nights, and teachers. I've got an email coming your way within the next hour. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Carpenter, for such thorough information. I want to also add that make sure you're not touching your face. We tend to touch it 1,000 times a day, so try to make sure you're not touching your face. And please don't share your beverages. Even birdieing is not a hygienic thing to do at any time. I wanted to tell you that Saturday Academy is going ahead tomorrow, which Dr. Carpenter said, but the beach cleanup has been canceled. So if you've given me an application with a deposit, just come see me and I'll give it back. It's room 145. So that means the next beach cleanup is canceled as well, the one on April the 4th. And we will try to see what's going to happen in May. I did have one scheduled for May, so we're going to see if we perhaps do a couple of them in May. And everybody, have a great day and try to stay dry. Up next is the fabulous Miss Diaz.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. So seniors, actually, those scholarships that I was talking about yesterday, shout out to those juniors that came in. I had a line to the door yesterday, actually, of juniors coming in. So good for you guys for being on top of it. But those scholarships are actually only for seniors. So I still have those 4-year bound and 2-year bound scholarships. 4-year bound seniors, not many of you have come in. I've only gotten rid of two applications. So I still have a ton of those applications. If you are interested, if you are 4-year bound, please stop by today and pick it up during lunch. I still have a ton, and I will be actually collecting those at the end of next week. So if you are interested, that one is worth $400. So stop by, and two students from Catella will be selected. So go ahead and stop by for that. And up next is Arts Week.
Hey Knights, so Arts Week, the final performance is still on today.
So Color Guard and Drumline are performing in the
Gym?
gym during lunch. And that's pretty much it. Next up is ASB.
Hey Knights, I just wanted to say thank you to those who applied to be a part of ASB's cabinet. We are still going to have our interviews on Monday, so you should have received a slip on Friday. If not, I will send out an email to make sure you get your time. But look out for that, and your interview will be on Monday in the back of the library. Up next is NHS.
Hey guys, just a quick reminder that we have a meeting today in the theater during lunch. The doors will close at exactly 12:20, so please be there. And we have a lot of great announcements to share with you guys. And up next is a commercial.
NYC, the shimmer of Times Square, the pulse, the beat, the drive. NYC, you might say that I'm square, but wow, I come alive. The city's bright as a
That concludes the KTV newscast. Have a Friday the 13th Friday nights.